over to see Diego and see what he's up to this beautiful Monday of our Earth Week. Hi, Diego. Happy Earth Week to you. How you doing?
Happy Earth Week. Hello, Jason. Hello, Anthony. And hello, world. I'm doing good. I'm here in my office in Seattle, the Microsoft headquarters. I have a picture of Earth to commemorate Earth Week right here. And, in 1997, we, Homo sapiens, we launched a Cassini spacecraft to go to Saturn. And it took 7 years to get to Saturn. You go to Saturn right here, and it took a picture of Earth. That little dot right there. That little dot. So these are the Saturn rings right here. That little dot, that's us. So I want to tell you, Jason, and audience, an Earth-related story. And it's the first time that when I joined Microsoft, my mind was blown. Okay? Sounds good?
Just the first time? We get to learn the first time? Okay, yeah, lay it on us.
Microsoft to work on the MSN Messenger. It was a chat application, but I didn't work on the client side. I work on the service side. And the service had a set of APIs that the clients all around the world would call. And when I was learning about the service, I checked how many requests per second that service was servicing, those APIs. And the number was around 100,000 requests per second, RPS. Wow. I couldn't believe it. 100,000 every second, and that gave me an idea that Earth might be bigger than I thought. Like, it's this little dot, yes, when you travel 2 billion miles, but it's actually very big. And so last week I checked our Azure, our cloud, Azure Front Door service that hosts the APIs that everything that our cloud powers goes through, how many requests per second it handles, and it's serving 11 million requests every second. So 11 million, check this out, 22 million, 33 million, 44 million. Like, that's a lot of activity that's happening around the world. So for this 5-minute segment, honoring Earth, I figure I would tell you some things that happen in these 5 minutes that I'm on Earth. Sounds good?
Perfect. Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. We humans, in these 5 minutes, we're eating 175,000 chickens. In these 5 minutes, we are eating 2.5 million tons of potatoes. In these 5 minutes, 20 new books will be published. That's a lot of reading. I'm very happy about this. I love reading. 20 new books. And I love riding my bicycle. 1,250 bicycles are going to be built in these 5 minutes. All these numbers are approximate, okay? I'm rounding them down or up. But McDonald's is serving 20,000 hamburgers in these 5 minutes, And 1 billion emails will be sent. Not today, not this week, not these 5 minutes. 1 billion emails we're sending. And we're watching 3.5 million hours of YouTube, if you serialize them. 3.5 million hours. And in these 5 minutes, we're uploading 375,000 pictures to Instagram. That's a lot of pictures, 375,000. Teams, we're talking about teams, tips, and tricks. In these 5 minutes, the humanity is having over 20 years worth of Teams meetings. If you serialize the time spent on Teams in these 5 minutes, 20 plus years. So Earth is actually a big place. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of opportunity. Opportunity doesn't arrive. It's always here, The numbers are going to get bigger because in these 5 minutes, 1,250 babies were born around the world. So again, there's a lot of things that happen on Earth, things that we can see. There's also things that we cannot see. This is the sound spectrum. Sounds are vibrations in the air, and this is the frequency that we can hear. We hear the humans, just this here. But there's a lot of frequency, lower frequencies we cannot hear. Our cats can hear it, whales can hear it. There are higher frequencies that we cannot hear. Bats can hear it, and dolphins can hear it. All this stuff is there. Just because we cannot hear it or see it, look at this. This is electromagnetism and light, field and light. All the things that we can see are right here. It's that little sliver right there. The entire range, these are things that are there. We just humans can see it. Other animals can't, but we just can't. So a lot of things happening. So just to close, I'll say Earth is that little dot, but a lot of things are happening. There's so much opportunity that we're empowering the planet. Look at this. I did some math this morning. In our galaxy alone, there are 10 billion planets that look like Earth. I'm not talking about Mars or Venus. I'm talking about Earth-like planet, 10 billion. And that's in our galaxy alone, but we have 22 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Well, in the universe, actually. So you multiply these numbers, we have 1, 2, and 22 zeros of Earth-like planets in the universe. So there's a lot of opportunity for life, a lot of opportunity. But until we figure out how to get there, this is the only planet we have. So call to action, Jason, for you and the audience would be, let's take care of this planet. It's the only one we have. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. It is the only one we have. We all have to look out for it.
You said something interesting. We were talking before camera, something about a quote by Carl Sagan.
Well, you had brought up that image of that little speck, which is us. And that's, I think from Carl Sagan, he's got a quote that I'll summarize something to the fact of, that's everyone you've ever known, everyone who's ever existed. Every human being is, who's ever lived their lives is on that little tiny speck. And that's all of us. And we've only got one of those. So,
every hamburger we've ever eaten is in that planet.
Yeah, I've contributed to some of those hamburgers and potatoes too.
It's my guilty pleasure. To really close, for you folks, like there's so much opportunity in the world. So sometimes we get caught up in our little world, the little dramas about work or relationships, or like there's a lot of opportunity out there. So please seize the day, take care of Earth, and I have more for you on Friday.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Diego, for another great segment to kick us off here on